Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, no matter where in the world you're joining us from. We are the Brunch Busters, and this is Bustin' Out, episode number 50. I'm Bobby Munson, the man beside me, Chris Perish. Perish, congratulations, dude. 50 episodes of Bustin' Out. That's insane. It's awesome.
We're officially boomers.
It's true. But also good, I just want to give a big shout out to you too, because 50 episodes of Busted Out. Yours has been a consistent straight every single episode too. I had that one where I was off. Carl came in to step in my place for that episode. But you've been doing this 50 straight episodes back to back to back, and that commitment, it doesn't go unnoticed. And you just wanted to say thank you for the hard work and commitment on it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
But we couldn't do it without friends, of course.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, our friends are the reasons why we do it. Our friends like the Woods, Joshua Joseph. Our friends,
JJ, how you doing, brother?
like Bobby Benito.
Bobby, good morning to you. Thank you for coming out as always.
How's everybody doing? How's your Sunday going?
I think we're both hurting a little bit this morning.
Oh yeah, no,
just a touch.
I'm hungover. It's fun.
You can't celebrate 50 episodes without truly celebrating.
I mean that's true. That is true. I mean you can't. You just can't. But yeah. What's everybody's highlight so far to this little week though? Because not gonna lie, we're just gonna rep this edition old school here. So if you came here with the top, like wanting this do the topics, we'll talk about anything. But we're gonna kind of open this up too right away.
I will also just mention too that even though it hadn't shown up on the calendar, my bad, is that after later on tonight, I believe it's the Great American Bash from NXT today. So you will be able to join Ed and Astrid for the NXT taking over review of the Great American Bash. And that's after yesterday they joined by Steve at SCW, who joined them for the preview show. And again, I was able to catch parts of it and stuff like that too. Steve did an awesome job, great person. So I also recommend people go in and check it out, his show, and check out everyone's show. Hey, Josh got good work going on there too. We want to make sure people are going check it out. The voice, Josh Joseph, and of course anybody within our community. That's the thing. Not only busting out, but OLE in general has built this wonderful community of other streamers and friends that we've been able to help connect with and have as guests and stuff on our show, and vice versa, people going over and coexisting on the other shows as well too. And it's been an awesome experience to get to know everybody and to help promote everybody as well too.
Yeah, and that's just the fun part too of when we set out to do this channel to begin with, and even wanting to rebrand what we used to do over at the other side. And we wanted to kind of refurbish the show. That's what we want to do. We wanted to build that community, and it's been a lot of fun, especially with guys like Basser. Hello, ladies.
Yeah, he was one of the voice. Hello, ladies. Hello, Basser. How are you doing this morning?
So I don't. Maybe that's a good little thing. We have Bobby saying I'm doing great. I watch MLW. Big news out of MLW as we were talking off screen. But our friend Jay Bougie is officially in the Boomaye Fight Club.
Yeah.
Had a match.
Yeah, he didn't even need the open draft to get himself in there.
There's that Boomaye open, what was it? The open...
It was a tryout match.
Tryout, there we go, yeah.
Mr. Thomas of the Boomaye Fight Club versus our boy Jay Bougie. The idea was, I think people assumed that it meant that Bougie would have to win in order to get in, but that wasn't the case. Mr. Thomas picked up the victory, and afterwards, him and O'Shea Edwards picked Bougie up and said, hey, you never get things done when you're on your own. You forever ride with Boomaye, which means officially now Boomaye Fight Club has grown to a definite 4-wrestler club at this point, with Alex Kane, the champion, Mr. Thomas, O'Shea Edwards, that O'Shea Edwards is a big boy. That looks like a bruiser right there. And now, of course, our boy Jay Bougie, this thing is growing into something amazing too. And yeah, as Bobby's saying, Tiara James got drafted in the MLW Open Draft. Good pickup for them. Very good pickup for them. It's awesome. Keep an eye out for me. My game is going to be ridiculous in the next few weeks. The voice upgraded his game. Yeah. We've been. I remember the conversation from the stream the other day, and he reached out yesterday. Awesome, Josh. It's always great to get that boost in upgrades to what you're doing, and just take it to the next level, brother. You do great work. And again, use the opportunity, you guys, anybody in the chat, anytime, whether it's this show or any other ones, to network. Get to know the people that are in here talking and stuff like that. Network, check out their shows and support each other too. Because again, Josh, Basser, I know that they've got shows. I'm not certain if Bobby does, but go sub to Bobby's YouTube anyway, because he's always in here supporting us. Let's go support Bobby as well too.
100%. I mean, it's what we do, right? That's the OLE way. We just don't ride because we like to ride. We ride because we like to ride together. But Bobby's coming in saying Matt Cardona will be wrestling against Mance Warner.
Yeah.
at MLW Fury Road. That is right. Gonna be interesting. Also, I guess hi, I'm
Carl.
Carl.
Who's Carl? Are you new here, Carl? No, I'm kidding. No, of course, Carl. Good longtime friend, the gold standard, Carl Carolfeld, Turnbuckle Studios. Also the man that you see every night on the Monday night watch along, followed by Turnbuckle Talk on Tuesday nights as well, too. Carl, a good friend of ours. And of course, Beats and Beatdowns going to be making a return soon as well, too. We'll be talking about that very, very shortly. Josh coming in, most definitely in this community is something I look forward to every stream and love the friendships I've made. That KUOLE.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, man. It was
Van KU.
It was one of those nights for me, Josh. I apologize, brother, but no, I mean, we always appreciate the love and support from everybody, whether it be people immediately in OLE that we have the opportunity to work directly with, to the guests that we bring on the various shows, including this one here, to, you know, the community that we built that are always here in the chat, keeping things alive. Like it's phenomenal. And, you know, and a shout out to all the guests. There's been some phenomenal guests that we've had here on Busting Out in various programs over this time. Fat American Thumbs here, my bad. Hey, I know I got the Canadian sausage fingers going on here.
It's that maple syrup, man. It just makes things sticky and like hard.
That's right. Yeah,
that's what she said.
Carl saying he's at work but wanted to hop in and say hi quickly. Sounds good. Glad you're keeping us on your radio while you work. Your work day is spent with the Brunch Busters. We appreciate it, Carl.
Yeah. So we just want to let people know we are getting a lot of progress, I guess is the right way of we have Walt coming in saying, and gentlemen.
Hello, Melball. How are you doing this morning?
A lot of progress so far into our the Busting Out awards that we wanted to be doing.
Yes, sir.
Bobby, did you want to announce what the name of the awards are going to be?
So, I guess essentially, you've heard us mention the BOAs. That's what the award can kind of be called, kind of like the Oscars or the Oscars, but ours are going to be called the Golden Busters. The award itself is the Golden Buster, and that's what it's going to be called. We are going to have various categories that are going to be presented here once we hit exactly 1 year of broadcasting Busting Out. That's when we're going to be dropping that to you guys, and there's going to be some fun categories, maybe some little surprises. It's going to be decked out. We've got some plans in store. This has been a lot of great planning going into this particular episode of the Busting Out Awards. We're going to jazz it up. It's going to be some cool shit, man.
Yeah, it's going to be we're going to emphasize we plan on going off the rails with these. We're going to stay true to what made Busting Out and Emmys, Golden Globes, Oscars, something like that. We're going to just already apologize.
We've even got plans for our own version of the red carpet.
Yeah. Should be interesting. You
see what Josh's new goal is here? I like that. That shows determination right there.
It's a Golden Buster Award, man. Get it right. Yeah,
the show is called the BOAs,
yeah,
but the award is the Golden Buster.
So
it's worth it. It's going to be the most prestigious title since Owen Hart's Slammies.
Woo! I'm a winner, damn it. Survivor. Woo! Look, I did it. I mean, what a random thing. Because, what is he got? What was the actual one that you got that was a legitimate I won? Wasn't it just being the biggest crybaby award?
Something I don't know.
And then he was presenting an award and he just took it.
Yeah, that was the other one. Yeah, he just came up and stole one.
So funny.
Oh, Owen Hart was great.
And nobody has ever used those Slammies in the sense to like be a character since then, right? Like nobody ever does that anymore.
No. That's why I wish somebody would win 2 Owen Hart tournaments in AEW twice in back to back so that they could walk around, or at least have somebody steal one of them so that they can walk around saying that they're the 2-time Owen Hart tournament champion or something. Like, I think that would just be so Owen, and it would be so funny, especially nowadays.
They should have just gave the losers like a one of those like ribbons where you got like a participation ribbon. And then like Ruby Soho could have had like 2. She lost in the finals, bro.
Oh, and on the slim chance that Ruby Soho ever sees this show, oh well.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
Better luck next year. There's so many like clips from movies you can just put that. It's like, but yeah, no,
Coach says we don't give up at halftime. You don't score until we score.
That was Stifler, right? That's American Pie.
Yeah, of course it is. It's the only quotable line you can do without getting demonetized.
No, there's effing rights, doggy. That's good cake. That's another great line too.
I didn't say it's not a great line. I'm just talking about avoiding demonetization with the other ones.
Actually, I got you one here.
And he's digging into the tickle trunk.
That's good cake.
Nice.
I mean, what I have to. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, so yeah, but Jay Bougie's in Boomaye Fight Club now. Oh, Barry Monkey. Everybody always puts a comment right when I'm about to like start talking. It's kind of funny. It's like I was in another stream. Nice bloke doing it, but he does keep doing freestyle rap, so it ended up here. Well,
we appreciate you ended up here. I don't know about our freestyle rap abilities, so you might be safe at the bus station.
Well, this is a story, and how
that's not freestyle, dude.
It is when I don't know the words. Voice coming, Director Joseph coming in. Have you guys heard the second part to Stacy's mom song back in the day? Yes. Stacy's mom has something wrong. Yes. Bobby Benito, thank you for keeping us on track, by the way.
Yeah.
Do you guys think Jay Bougie gets drafted in the MLW Open draft?
I think not this time now. And I think this, and it's a good question to ask. The reason I say this, Bobby, is because now that he has been on TV and kind of brought in to the Boomaye Fight Club through that match with Mr. Thomas, I think that's their way of adding him without making him one of the faces of the open draft itself. So they brought him through a different means entirely. And I think for Jay Bougie, that actually stands out in a much better way. Yes, they brought O'Shea Edwards in through the draft, and he just immediately linked up with the Boomaye Fight Club, but I think this was their way of doing it. So in a sense, I almost feel like we did get 2 drafted wrestlers on this week's episode of MLW, getting Tiara James in the legitimate portion of the draft, but also getting Jay Bougie through a tryout matchup. So I don't think that they're going to put him on the open draft, and they're going to save that for a few more faces before they wrap it up. But I mean, they've been hitting good on these things. I mean, I didn't know anything about Love Doug when they introduced him, but apparently Love Doug has an obsession with Becca.
I wonder if they have some hot summer fun together, but that remains to be seen. Also, former MLW superstar Richard Holiday is spotted backstage last night at AEW Collision. Going back to Bob's question, had we saw Collision? I have not. Let us know what happened. I did see some photos of FTR against Cole and MJF. How did that go, Bobby? If you can, I mean, spoil away.
Like today's gonna be a chill day for me, so probably I'll watch it later. But I don't mind knowing what happened. That's cool. So.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop me
like
watching
today,
it. Put it that way.
No, because I mean, obviously today, like you said, we do have the review show for the Great American Bash for the NXT. That is tonight. You can go back, obviously, look at the preview show that was done yesterday with Ed Ashford and Steve from SCW. But yeah, definitely going to check in some of that today. Going to be quite interesting. The debut of Gable Steveson, in-ring debut match. So whether or not you got
to check out Ed's thoughts on Gable Steveson that are coming out to our clips on the channel here soon. Let's just say Ed not so high on the debut of Gable Steveson that way.
To be fair, when is he really high on something?
Hey, you know what? If you dig deep enough, every once in a while, Ed likes wrestling. No, he does. I mean,
that was at the 21-minute mark.
Yeah, no, we seriously. I mean, we like to bust chops a lot and stuff like that too. But Ed really does, and I mean, he does a serious job over there too. It's fun to talk about the rants he has, but he's got legitimate reasons for not liking what he doesn't like. And I mean, again, it's all opinion based, right? If somebody doesn't like something, it's all good. It's just really funny because Ed is very animated with how he tells the story, and that's what makes it so intriguing and so entertaining to watch. Like, my favorite is just like when the moment when he takes his glasses off and goes, I can't, this was one of the positive ones, even he took his glasses off and he goes, I can't even look at myself while I'm saying this, but this wasn't a bad segment. And I die laughing when Ed goes over and above to give us that kind of that character attribute on stream and stuff like that. It's very entertaining to me as a viewer. And Bobby saying Andrade wrestled against Buddy Matthews in a ladder match, and Darby Allin wrestled against Minoru Suzuki. Again, sounds like there's a lot to be viewed there at Collision. I like Collision. So far, I've liked Collision. Like, everything about it has been what I kind of thought AEW was going to be from the get-go. So personally, I have no problem. Like, for the one or two things that aren't my cup of tea on Collision, they're minimal compared to what is my cup of tea for my pro wrestling intaking.
Also kind of going out, can't tell you what the interview was, but an interview with Montez Ford came out, and he pretty much said there has been never a pitch to break up the Street Profits. So very curious. He does go on and say that he was very happy to have his moment at the Elimination Chamber and to do something on his own. But up until today, there's never been an internal pitch either by him or to him about the Street Profits being split up.
Good. Good. Because you know what? I get tired of the whole you have to split teams just for the sake of doing it. Teams can do singles matchups without having to always split them. Like, I mean, this is your buddy, your friend, your companion, and stuff like that. Like, you don't always have to have that. Like, while that old idea works a lot of times and can help, sometimes it can help just to have teams that are loyal to each other, like loyal to the soil all the way through. Somebody who'd be the corner man if the guy did have a singles match and stuff like that. And I like the direction that I'm seeing for the Straight Profits, because again, on Friday we see Lashley giving them new suits, if I'm not mistaken, too. So
he didn't give them new suits. So basically, what it was, him, Angelo Dawkins, and Montez Ford are in a room, and he starts talking about how you guys need to start dressing the part, kind of a deal. Yeah. Well, Montez Ford is, he's dressing the nines. And they kind of look in the direction of Angelo Dawkins, and now Angelo Dawkins also looks, and then he just gets a little slap on the knee from Montez. And they're like, we're talking about you, dog. He's like, what, you guys don't like the sweats? And Bobby Lashley's like, oh, I like the sweats, but check out this. And then he brings out some suits, and he's like, courtesy of the Almighty. So it's kind of like, he's little wardrobe addition, we'll say, for Angelo Dawkins. But yeah.
And you know what, that works. I like the shift in attitude for the Street Profits. I think this is going to be great for them personally. looking forward to seeing where it goes. Bobby Saints Mojo wrestled Gravity and Bullet Club Gold. Austin Gunn and Colton Gunn and Juice Robinson versus Action Andretti and Darius Martin. They would fit a lot of stuff into that period of time, man.
They sure do. Barry Monkey coming in saying, I was only complaining to people last night. They keep begging on a bow. What is a tag team wrestler going to turn heel on his partner?
Yeah.
It's just an over. Like, I know, like, OMD on Watch Along always says, like, he's tired of the brother versus brother storyline. And it's like, yeah, and that's kind of where I am with tag teams. Like, I'm tired of, like, tag teams just always have to split up because maybe for a while you don't have anything going on with both of them. And I think over time, like, within WWE, we've been seeing the New Day not splitting up, but still doing things together. We've been seeing the Usos not splitting up, still doing things together and, like, on their own accord. And then we've seen bits and pieces now with the Street Profits. So maybe there is a change coming in on that with WWE, because we do see a lot more tag team wrestlers get those individual opportunities without having to break up or really put any ruffles in the tag team whatsoever.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. Bobby saying about Mercedes Martinez is the next to challenge Chris Statlander for the TBS Championship. That's a good match for Statlander. I think Mercedes brings a lot to the table, and I think if you're going to continue to push Statlander as a champion, then you got to give her credible opponents, and that's exactly what Mercedes Martinez brings to that matchup.
Yeah, and then just I think the one thing that I think Statlander needs right now is those feuds. Like, if you want to really start getting her championship reign, something immediate, get her those feuds. That's exactly what kind of helped Jade Cargill, but you didn't start doing that till later. And then you ran the risk of now people just wanted to see who's going to win the title offer. But, I mean, I just wanted to just give Statlander some good feuds, some wars. That's not going to help her, but also help that TBS title.
Now, I normally wouldn't do this, but I feel like having fun because it's the 50th episode. Hey, Barry, to the people who keep telling you that, shoosh, please.
Oh, thank you. Or in Bobby, thank you. Tom Cullen, welcome.
Tom, how's it going?
Lovely to see you as well, sir.
Right.
Talking about just anything. We went old school. We don't really have a plan going in. We just decided to have a great chat with the people that support us, and highlighting people that support us. We would not be where we are without the support of this man, Tom Call, who has done a lot of work on not only helping us out with information, growing, helping us be better, but also just commenting on our chat and making fun of Ed because of his deeply love for Jay White. Hashtag I love Jay White.
That's right. I mean, how can you not love Jay White? Just, but I mean, no one can ever love him as much as Ed. That's clear as day. I mean, it's just,
Yeah, it's kind of creepy how much he loves Jay White.
It's become an obsession. or as Tom kindly puts it, a deep crush that he's got. So deep. Fondly remember busting out format. Great to see how successful you're getting now. Hey, Tom, we appreciate it, man. And like a lot of the stuff that you took the time and sat down and told us how to do to help grow the channel has all worked. I continue to listen and take in anything everybody's willing to teach me. And again, that goes to great people like you. And as I said earlier, this is all about building community. So everybody go and subscribe to Tom Collahue on YouTube. Spoiler warning, great, fantastic pro wrestling program, as well as watch-alongs of SmackDown as well too. Tom is a fantastic human being and deserves every bit of your attention. So if you have YouTube, which you do because everybody has a Gmail account, go subscribe to Tom Collahue on YouTube right now.
And if you've already done that, make sure you hit that thumbs up, that like, and subscribe. All that good stuff. It goes a long way. It helps us out. It really does. Yeah, let's try to boost those numbers, or let's bust them up, we'll say. Bobby Benito coming in saying Mercedes Martinez did attack Chris Statlander after her match against Kiera Hogan. Then Willow Nightingale showed up to save Chris Statlander. So probably setting up a good little like a tag match there. But no, I mean, if there's the effort and there to kind of make that kind of more than just a match, I'm totally for it. Because I do think that is something wrestling needs a little bit more. Just it's nice to have those sporadic, oh, we're gonna have this match, it's gonna be a banger. But let's get some sizzle behind the match too, right? Let's have that match be a turning point to something bigger as well.
Agreed. It's nice that they do they're going about setting that kind of stuff up too. Tom saying that chat rate is his new thing, and it's completely unrelated to the amount of small messages that he's sending us here today. He promises.
Tom, it is okay. We don't think it's that small. It's
how
it's
you
the importance
use it.
of the messages, all right?
CVRS
got,
Entertainment,
Chris
which is our
Best
good friend
Dance.
Chris Best. How's it going, Chris? It's going great. Glad you were able to join in. You can catch Chris at Best Monday nights on the Monday Night Raw watch along, and as Carl's right hand man, the new co-host over at Turnbuckle Talk. And Chris just keeps getting absolutely better and better every single time, bringing some great programming there for us. So, and go check him out too. I know that Chris is going to be getting back into streaming video games here very shortly as well. So, go check out our good friend Chris Best, because he's got some cool shit coming up, just like all of us.
And speaking of video games, look out. I know you have that new season of Beats and Beatdown. There will be a next season, season 2. I will be defending the title of Wrestle Draft Champion. Season 2 of Wrestle Draft will be coming up soon. So just stay tuned for more details.
Do you believe that OLED has been training in the off season, prepared for season 2 of Wrestle Draft?
I mean, let's face it, there's not much he could have done. I mean, I got handed a lot of money from Triple H because of positional situation. So, what was funny, it's like he'll go on and say like, oh, look at all these stats about my the show at the end of the year. That just shows I was booking a good show. And I'm like, well, then why do I have more fans than you, Ed? Like, this is one of those things that's always going to be fun, but it's going to be a lot of fun just to kind of go out and have that competition again. Season 2, we are talking about potentially adding members of the OLE community into the game as additional playable characters. So there could be that moving forward. We don't know if that's necessarily a guarantee for season 2, but it is in the works. Barry Monkey coming in saying, everyone is your good friend. Be nice. If when somebody came in and he said, why don't you saw it off? Just for reals.
I love your comments, Barry. It's because we built such a good community that you are all our good friends. But you've clearly missed when we've had the odd troll or bot account come in and drop their links and bullshit like that. I've been known to tell.
Only done that a few times.
I've told 1 or 2 people to saw it off in the short period of time we've been doing this. Trust me. But there has been some bot accounts and various things that have come in. I mean, if someone came in being a complete fucking a-hole or something like that, I mean, I'll speak my mind. But you got everybody in here. I mean, you're good people. If you're good people, I'm gonna call it like I sees it.
There was somebody that like popped into like the preview show for Great American Bash yesterday, and it was just like, I have gas. I just farted. I am.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Oh my
God. They're like in some of the shows before too. They were in one of my shows and they said something that I wasn't too fond of or whatever, and I didn't entertain it. I like at that point I was just like, whatever.
I always like a good pop, and my God, that popped me hard. I mean, I was
not
expecting that.
That's funny, but like the one they said in mine, I was just like, I'm not even entertaining that. That's not clever. That's just wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Like sometimes the people are just
See, Barry's much more clever with his jokes.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No, I mean, but sometimes like the odd little just like, oh, I did not like. It is very rare you ever hear people just be like, yep, so I'll be like, I just tooted.
It was me.
Yeah. It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
That would be a good way to take that completely out of context.
Right. Then you can have just Ron Simmons in the background.
Damn.
But then also you can have that scene of like The Rock going. I don't know why we're going on this.
This is just a whole string of mess happening now.
Bobby Bonito said FTR are wrestling against Big Bill and Brian Cage for the AEW World Tag Team Championships on the August 5th edition of Collision.
First of all, thanks to Bobby, we actually have some wrestling to talk about today. So,
I mean, it's always nice to stay on topic once in a while.
That's right. But I think that answers our question about whether or not FTR retained last night.
Yeah.
we certainly do. Once you get to know somebody for long enough, it just happens naturally.
Right. Also, too, I did tell everybody last week, I know I mentioned it on your gaming stream, but in regards to whether or not I'm doing a live watch along to SummerSlam this year, the answer is no. I will not be doing one on my channel. I believe, Tom, are you doing one on yours? So if you are, go check him out. But we will be doing paper reviews, previews, all that. I think Ed Fries and that Canadian guy will be doing the paper previews to SummerSlam. And that will be a pre-showed tape that will air, I believe, the morning of August 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, true. And then later that night, obviously, the review show. I am indeed 6 hours of SummerSlam. You're a trooper, Tom. So definitely for the watch along side of things, go and check out Tom and his watch along for SummerSlam. But yeah, do you know who's doing the review show? So are you going to be part of the review panel there for SummerSlam Perish that night?
It's a work in progress. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I will be probably out at location watching SummerSlam, so it'll be we'll see how it plays out.
Beercading it up?
Yeah.
Shout out to Beercade.
In the words of FTR, say yeah. Oh, say no.
Oh, yeah.
The theme song is still a banger in my head. I miss it. I want to hear it again, like on a live scale. Such a good song.
And Chris Best saying he's considering joining the review panel. So
there we go.
There you go.
I'm sure Ed'll host it.
No way. I couldn't imagine Ed. He doesn't even like WWE. Jay White's not there.
Right? It's the Jay White hot summer of the Slam edition on August 5.
I dare you, because of course it's like Ed's not here to listen right now, and everybody, I dare you for the review show to just like sneak in some sort of like imagery in the background of like Jay White just peeking around the corner of where Ed would be positioned on the screen for the backdrop.
So funny story.
I like funny stories. Let's go.
I am known to pop in our rooms once in a while. And kind of just rib people as they're doing their stream.
That's never happened.
I mean, just a couple times, not like every week. I definitely don't do it every week. That would be too much.
No, oh yeah.
But no, during one, I think it was an episode of Taking Over. But Ed, I just kept coming in with like backgrounds of all the people he disliked, and then changing my names and then making pun related names. Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
There's a fair list of them that you can do too.
Oh yeah, no, if you see me in the chat, I can come up with some pretty funny puns.
We should probably let Bobby know he doesn't actually like Jay White, but he definitely likes Nikita Lyons.
I mean, as a big fan of Jay White, he just loves it. Wow, we've just completely gone off the rails. Just to actually bury Ed. His love, deep love for Jay White. But yeah, no, as SummerSlam is a week away, we are getting a little bit more of a understanding of what the card's going to look like. We did find out on SmackDown that Santos Escobar did defeat Rey Mysterio. It was kind of a certain an injury stoppage to Rey. It does appear that it was a work angle. So I don't know if you haven't heard anything really bad, but it is interesting. In 2 weeks now, we will see the U.S. title match between Austin Theory and Santos Escobar for that championship. So it makes me wonder now that they have announced a SummerSlam Battle Royal, Sheamus and the man of the year, L.A. Knight, going to be in there. Could have some implications to the U.S. title, perhaps. But also we have a pretty good card for SummerSlam. Gunther defending that Intercontinental Championship against Drew McIntyre. We got Jey Uso challenging for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship that's held by Roman Reigns. And so Roman Reigns will break that streak of a lot of days not defending that title. Good job, Roman. Way to be active.
Yeah. The fighting champion, Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Just to get to Tom here quickly, speaking of gaming, which you were, any interest in the Diablo 4 idea, Bobby? 100%, Tom. Let's get that happening sometime soon. Since you joined my one gaming stream there, my Barbarian is now level 33 on hardcore mode. I have been taking it very careful, although a couple close calls with Dancing with Death over the last couple of streams, so trying to hang in there strong. But 100%, Tom, we definitely need to set up a co-stream here where we get yourself and some of us to play Diablo 4 on stream. I think that would be a phenomenal idea. I'll reach out to you, man. Let's make her happen. And of course, Ed loves Tia Hale. How could you not? It's almost as much as his energy. It's almost as much as his love and devotion for Lash Legend. Bobby almost yeah. Or not last night, the night before. That was Friday night already. Last night I legitimately almost died last night. God, I'm hurt. Yeah, I'm hurt.
Dude, you had some battles. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I was in a fighting spirit, but we're gonna hang in there strong. Hopefully I will soup that barb up enough to eventually go and finish the game eventually. But every time I venture out, I'm just like, I'm so paranoid about dying at this point that I just want to make sure that I'm trying to get myself to a comfortable point. So,
and in order to kind of get past that point and kind of do that, Bobby, I know a lot of people are like, if by chance you just can't, or you don't know how to get through those ones, I'm going to just tell people you might be running on fumes at that point and need to recharge. And what better way to recharge than go to rogueenergy.com and take a look at all their inventory, whether it's their tubs, whether it's, hey, maybe I just need a new shaker. They got plenty of those. Maybe I need a little bit of a nice little gear. They do have some merchandise there. But whatever you decide to purchase, make sure you use the promo code OLEPods. Because we don't want you to pay full price. No, we want you to save that 10%.
I hear that watermelon flavor is nothing but smooth.
I hear that watermelon flavor is something that Ed likes to talk about. But I mean, hey man, do what you got to do. RogueEnergy.com, promo code OLEPods, 10%. That's all you need to know. And if you're a U.S. resident, they have cans. They have the canned stuff now. Well, they always did. They just don't give it to us Canadians because they know we're just gonna guzzle that stuff down like it was nothing but nice little water. So
you know what happened is that they tuned in the one time that the Saskatchewan Roughriders fans here in Saskatchewan threw all the beer cans at the, I think that was Edmonton, at their players. And ever since then, they're just like, you know what, Canada, no more cans for you.
I don't think the Edmonton football team will get any cans thrown at them, because I think now people would just feel bad for the cans. Because if it's anything like the product on the field, the team will just like run away from them, and chances are the cans will actually score more points than the actual football team. My God, that team's terrible.
Is somebody bitter that their team is only second worst, or is now the worst one, as opposed to Saskatchewan, who held that record forever?
I'm not bitter, just because one, it's Canadian football. I'm not bitter at all. But it's like, dear Lord, like, it doesn't even look like you're trying anymore.
It's almost like they need the Benny Hill theme song going while they're playing and stuff like that, so it'd be a little bit more entertaining.
In a game where you can be bad at kicking a field goal, you can still get a point. The single fact that you have played a same team twice and have been shut out 2 times because you can't even just boot a ball past the end just to get that, like, hey, you suck at your job, but here's a complimentary point. Like, I believe CFL are the reasons to dumb kids in Canada now, and that is why you can't get an incorrect mark for not knowing your name. Just like in the CFL, you have to get a point even if you're bad at something. I mean, that's the Canadian way, apparently. Oh my God,
everybody plays, everybody's great. Let's give a thumbs up and not give medals. Everyone gets a participation ribbon. You get a participation ribbon. You get a participation ribbon.
A point. It's not hard. Trust me. Everyone has done it, but you. You know that whole thing? It's not you, it's me. Well, yeah. Edmonton, it's you. It's always been you. It always will be you. And it's hard because they changed their name to Elks. They don't want to call their fans alcoholics, and that's, trust me, all we were freaking doing at the game last night.
That's okay, because you know what? I watch the original football. That's my cup of tea.
After I had a can of beer, I put it down and I kicked the can, and guess what? The scorekeeper said, "Hey, that's good. Here's a point." Not that hard. He told me to point it to the garbage can, but still, I got a point.
You have a point.
Okay. Yeah.
He shoots, he scores.
Bobby Bonito, thank you for
talking wrestling.
He said he liked the match between Grayson Waller and Jey Uso on SmackDown. Yeah, I mean, I'm liking Grayson Waller so far. I know it's a very small sample size, but I don't think he's going to be somebody on the main roster that is going to be shot through the moon right away. It's like, I do believe that's Miz 2.0, but with more charisma. And if you can be, like, I think he even said this on After the Bell, and when people, he was asked whether or not he likes the comparisons to the Miz. It's like, why wouldn't I? The Miz is a double-time, a 2-time Grand Slam champion. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. And I'm being compared to that. Why is that such a bad thing?
I think people need to get out of this headspace of, like, worrying about being similar to somebody who's had accomplishment. Like, a lot of the people who criticize LA Knight for, seeming like he's kind of like a Rock or an Austin. It's like, yeah, but you got to understand something. He's gone and looked at some top people in the industry that have been successful and utilized what made them successful to try to make himself successful, because that's what top people do.
Like, don't tell me that'd be the first time somebody didn't take any inspiration or any, I'm going to be like these guys and then be a star. Like, really? People don't rip people off in wrestling? Are you kidding me?
Never.
Like, who cares? Who cares if the guys like The Rock? Remember that good old time we like to call the Attitude Era, where everybody keeps ranting on how good that was? Yeah, you know who the top guys were there? Stone Cold and The Rock. So if you're reminiscing about the Attitude Era and now bitching about a guy being like the top guys in the Attitude Era, this just goes on to show you can never be happy. Yeah.
Fickle, as they say.
I mean, right. I did think they dropped the ball on Fickle t-shirts, because how funny would it be if when Daniel Bryan was the champion and he has that beautiful championship.
That was a beautiful championship.
But imagine if like they just sold I'm Fickle shirts. So you just go into an arena and you just see nothing but people, and it just says I'm Fickle. How funny would that be? Or just make hats where it just looks like the thought bubble.
Chris coming in. You mean to say Hulk Hogan didn't rip off Superstar Billy Graham? Superstar Billy who? No, I'm kidding. Are you saying that Ric Flair isn't the original Nature Boy? Just saying.
I don't know who Buddy Rogers is at all. What are you talking about?
Buddy,
what are you talking about, Willis? No, I mean, I don't know, just it's funny to me how many times like you can go on the X now and
the X.
Yeah.
X marks the spot.
And X is gonna give it to you. It's my favorite type of degeneration too.
You just got Elon Musk walking around. Suck it.
Yeah. No, he's doing the road dog, and he's just doing this the entire time. And everybody thinks he just pulled an injury because WWE has trained you to believe that is now the ultimate sign of somebody getting hurt.
I know Bobby's got a couple more wrestling related topics here for us that we'll definitely talk about. Bianca Belair tag team with Charlotte Flair versus Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green on SmackDown, and it's cool that they're utilizing Sonya and Chelsea more.
Yeah, a lot of people are getting upset that Chelsea Green and Sonya took a loss in a tag team match shortly after winning the tag titles. But you got to also look at you're up against not only two of the most protected women in the sense of booking, but also I've always kind of struggled with this, whether or not you should always have your tag champions lose against two of the top single stars of that. I do think you need that tag team to win more than they do. But if there's two people that could beat a tag team, it should be the top stars. By theory, right?
Yeah, I think I wouldn't have done it on free TV like this. I mean, I like it better if like you had two people like that are your top stars win a match like this against the tag champs on a bigger event kind of thing, even if it's not for the belt. Like just something where at least it kind of has a little bit more luster to it kind of thing. Like to just dump this on a Friday night with brand new especially brand new, like non-established tag champions too. Like that's it I can see the point of like it hurts the champions because of the fact that it's so new, but you can make the argument the reverse way because against two former world champions with Bianca and Charlotte and how well they've been protected. But I think if Chelsea and Sonya had a little bit more development as the tag champs first, it would have, been a little bit stronger in that sense.
Yeah.
Go to Tom.
Before we get to Bobby's thing, go to Tom's. I worry Flair and Belair will be tag champs in the build to their feud. History repeating. Oh God. I mean, yeah, that would just be awesome, wouldn't it? Right?
Why? Why? Like, I just hope not. I just hope not. I just don't think it's necessary.
Bobby's coming in. I'd have Chelsea Green and Sonya against Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Yeah,
sure.
Why not? I definitely have that too. But like my point, a point I was going to make was we all know that in the line of WWE, that TV time is the currency that performers want, right? The more TV time you have, the richer of a performer you really are. We've heard a lot about that. Chelsea Green, Sonya Deville's their currency. I'll get to it.
So I just fuck.
I'll get to it. It's an appropriate comment for this show.
Oh, I know it is. I know it is. It's just good. I like the wording of that one.
But no, the currency, I mean, of all times to be on TV, you're up against the two biggest names. So the two, okay, we need Charlotte Flair and Bianca to be on screen, but who are we going to pair them up with? And that's when you're choosing Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. I think that's a great opportunity for them to also just highlight their chemistry with two of the largest names, because once that date does come where they want to, as we were talking earlier, potentially break up the team of Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. These are the opportunities you look back and be like, okay, well, Chelsea Green worked pretty well with Bianca Belair. Maybe we'll run that down. Or Sonya Deville worked really good with Charlotte Flair. Let's try that out moving forward. And those are the opportunities you got to capitalize on. I was also reading something saying, is Chelsea Green the best Triple H rehire?
Best Triple H rehire. Just trying to think of the list for a minute. I mean, possibly. And that's really not a strong point. And that's nothing against Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green's great, but it's like only now that they really started utilizing her more. But then you start thinking about all the other ones. It's like Bray came back to essentially nothing and divided a lot of his original audience that gave a shit.
You can stand by Dakota Kai all you want, but she's not capable of standing right now.
Ouch.
Although I think she is probably halfway or close to her recovery, though.
Yeah. But yeah, it's Tegan Knox, brutal.
Come on, that was the knee slap. It's just a knee slapper, right? That was brutal.
Funny.
Tegan Knox, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, let's just say Triple H's returns haven't exactly been strong focal points.
I'd say Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed definitely, I think, deserves to be in that statement as well. That one I can agree with more for sure. Okay, we don't like the Bray Wyatt direction, but when he did come back, the popularity behind that was large. Bray Wyatt still probably made more money for WWE than anybody else.
Oh, not saying he didn't. I think that at this point now, with the continued stop-start of everything that he's doing, it's you've lost a lot of people that cared at one point in time. Once upon a time, more people wanted to see him, and now more you hear the opinion of not so interested in him anymore.
Yeah. Chris Best is saying, I miss Dakota Kai, although I enjoyed her game streams. Yes. And that's kind of something nice that we see now that WWE has opened up more with the Twitch stuff. People like the Alpha Academy are even on Twitch now. Very interesting.
Break the returns into success and not as a much longer list. Yeah. And then Bobby saying,
is that his way of saying size matters?
Again, just like earlier in the show, it's how you use it. Karrion Kross. I disagree with you, Bobby, on this one, and I'm going to say why. Karrion Kross should have been one of the most successful returns. The look, everything about his entrance, the setup, he's menacing. Him coming back, this was supposed to be the direction that Triple H saw for him versus the way Vince saw for him. And it failed equally as bad, in my opinion. They just haven't done enough with it to have anybody care. Nobody is talking about Karrion Kross most of the time, and that's silly because as Killer Kross in any other company, you pay attention. As Karrion Kross in WWE, I don't think the attention's there like it should be.
Although I do like how they're using him and AJ Styles right now. I am getting into that. Mm-hmm. I do want to see that a little bit more. I do like the fact like they'll pan out and do like a backstage segment where he just pulls out a card and that's how he's attacking. And it's interesting. It's an interesting way of like, okay, he pulls a card and it's like, maybe they don't tell us who it is. And then you're left to kind of believe, oh, okay, who is Karrion Kross going to target now? I do like kind of what they're doing right now. I feel like there's a little bit more of a understanding on how we're going to perceive Karrion Kross moving forward. So I have at least I think they're getting something right with him. It's going to be a slow burn, but I think they're getting something right with him right now.
I'm not saying all these people are doomed by any means.
No.
Like, I mean, they're not they're not hit row level doomed or anything like that. The other ones are redeemable, but you know, it goes without saying.
It's just like that consistent stop starts. I'm going to call it the Dolph Ziggler syndrome. If you have so many stop and starts and pushes, there's going to be a level of I just give up on this performer, and it's just one of those things. So like, okay, like they might be good enough to get there, but I know they're not going to go all the way with that. And there's a level of like commitment that you want to go through as a performer. But before we forget, we just have to.
Yeah. Think of poor Twitter subscribers now subscribing to X Blue. You can imagine the trouble that causes when the credit card statement comes through. That is classy wording right there, Barry. I like your thinking, man.
I hated that nothing has come with Karrion Kross teasing Roman Reigns. Now here's something to chew on as we're talking about the Twitter Blue. Everything with Roman Reigns seems to be very slow burn as well. So I wouldn't be shocked that once Roman Reigns maybe he loses that championship, this could be a feud for him post-title. Because right now, like you do have both Karrion Kross and Roman as the heels. You're gonna need one of them to be the babyface of the two. And I know there is a lot of rumors circulating that Roman Reigns is eventually going to go back to being a babyface at some point. So I don't know.
I'm going to use this next comment here to segue. Watch this. So, as Tom said, there's a theme to today's show, and it isn't wrestling. And that's because we're not always about the wrestling here at our local establishment. We like to believe that we cover all sorts of aspects, from pro wrestling to movies to television to anything that we love to do. And we got a lot of great contributors bringing you all sorts of non-wrestling things and wrestling things throughout the week. You can check it out what we got going on this week at our local establishment because it's calendar time, baby. Yeah, we all sorts of crazy things going on all the time, including like just this past week, we had special guests on various shows. I know Ed and Andre had both Astrid and Boris on for the season finale of Marvel Talk Secret Invasion reviews. They then had Steve from SCW on their Great American Bash preview show. Of course, this Friday night, you can catch the Boar's Nest doing something a little bit different. Bubba Duke and OMD going to be inviting author there with them. Again, I just, damn it, Sabrina Cartwright. Sorry, I blanket on the name there without it sitting right in front of me. But she is a author that talks about her, mental health and refining yourself and doing all these great things. So they're going to do a special episode on Friday night called Pausing the Game, where they're not going to be streaming games for you, but actually talking with their special guest. So a lot of great things going on. And then, of course, next weekend with the paper previews, paper reviews there, SummerSlam. We got like lots of stuff going on here at the channel.
A lot of great stuff. And apparently, Tom.
Sorry, Tom. Like, I saw the opportunity. Used. I had to roll with it, my man.
Don't feel used, Tom. Just feel that you helped us get back on track. Because I know we were talking about Elon Musk's and his passion for the letter X. But over here at OLE, we have a passion for V. Variety.
I like your style. Josh, a little bit hurt by Elon Musk saying that asshole stole my bird. Now I just get the straight edge symbol. It's also the injury and wrestling symbol, as we said earlier. So it's almost like you could consider it a wounded bird at this point.
Why do I just feel like the Twitter bird just flew away, but because it's a bird, it just smacked into a window and then it's just on the ground and be like, somebody help me.
At least somebody still got their bird.
I mean, like I still have the bird icon on my phone. It's just when I go into it now, it does now officially have all the X.
You know, if this topic was trending, could you officially say that the bird is the word?
Haven't you heard?
I don't know. Mm-hmm. Have I heard that the bird is the word?
Bird is the word. Haven't you heard? Bird is the word. Oh my God.
When was the last time anybody did a wrestling program mostly dedicated to how crazy Elon Musk is?
Good question. I don't know.
I read that as shaved my bird. That would be awesome. Someone let us know if they've ever shaved their bird. If you had a featherless bird in your pet collection.
Isn't that like the bird version of Mr. Bigglesworth?
Yeah. You imagine just this pink-skinned bird sitting there.
But like now I'm thinking of like the movie Dumb and Dumber where Polly's head.
Pretty bird. Pretty bird.
Can't do anything right. We lost our jobs. Our pets' heads are falling off. Then do that Petey there. But Petey didn't have a head. I took care of it. Just tapes the head back on. It's like he sold the bird to a blind kid. Oh dear Lord.
Oh no, Tom. I know where you could go with that, my friend. Trust me. I just, try not to go too much down that rabbit hole there. I know I know.
Hey, out of curiosity, if you don't shave your bird, is that the cardinal sin? I mean, you guys are just like serving them up. I'm just giving you the dingers here. And the best part is I can just like search up like the baseball and just like they got a plethora of bird names for their thing. I'm like, oh, I can make a stupid pun off that.
Oh my God, Chris saying a bird smacked in my window last night, and no, it wasn't my bird that you sometimes hear on the Raw watch along. Well, I'm glad your bird at least is smart enough to know the difference between the window and the actual outdoors there, Chris. That's good to know. Bobby is rolling around laughing like never before here today. I'm glad we're managing to get people to bust it out.
I mean, we told people we're going old school, and when we go old school, we didn't mean it was going to be
like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
No, sometimes it's not even chocolate.
Okay, then.
Okay, but here's the thing that's also funny too about birds. Every time I get a new car, it's a guarantee that a bird takes a dump on my car at some point in that day. It is so weird.
Everybody's busted on busted out. They sure are. And then Josh saying, if this makes you laugh, jump into Bobby's Friday night stream. It's a blast.
Hey,
that's because I'm all kinds of messed up on Friday nights when I do a stream that late in the evening.
Wait, you? No.
Use public transport. Problem solved.
You know what actually is one of my favorite this is so it's not bad, but it's do you ever watch the video of like Randy Johnson, the baseball pitcher? Like he was known to always like throw really fast. He goes to throw and then a bird flies in front of the ball as the pitch is going on, and the bird just shatters. To me, I now want to see a meme of like Elon Musk being Randy Johnson, and he just throws what we think is a baseball, but it just sees an X, and then all of a sudden the Twitter logo just comes in and then smash. Make it happen. Come on.
Now, see, the fact that he did that twice in his career makes me start to think it wasn't an accident after all, that this guy's just kind of a dick. He just hates birds.
I don't think he heard that bird is the word.
Or that he was just so tired of that song.
He hated Twitter before everybody else hated Twitter. But isn't that kind of the ultimate ironic part? Everybody hates Twitter with this negativity, and then they change it. Everybody hates the fact that it gets changed. I hate Twitter. It's X now. What? That's so stupid. I want Twitter back.
That's it. I'm going. I'm leaving. I'm going to go get my threads back.
I mean, it's still there.
Yes, he is a dick that can explode a bird with one pitch. I mean, that's a talent. I mean, whether he's doing it on purpose or not. I mean, it's
terribly wrong, by the way. Content is important.
That's why it's good that we have a visual show, so people aren't taking things out of context here.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want you to think that we're dirty-minded or anything.
Yeah, they're just driving in, having us on the audio radio, and they're like, "What the fuck did Bobby and Perish just say?" Oh,
even with visual content, most people are sitting there scratching their heads, going, "What the fuck did Bobby and Perish just say?"
It was like a while back, but I remember I get a call. It was like I felt pretty big deal with this. So I get paged at work, and I get like it's like can you come and take this call? It's a CBC on the phone for you. And I'm like, and they paged that, and I'm like, okay, like very like taken back, like what? So I guess and CBC Radio wanted to do an interview or whatever with me. So I leave work to go do this radio, and they're asking me about my injuries. And at that point, I hadn't broken a bone, hadn't done anything insane, but I had bruised a testicle. And I'm saying this, and surely enough, I found out later in the day, my mom and my sister will go out shopping, and they're listening to this on the radio. And all of a sudden, they just hear me talk about my bruised testicle and the fact that I had a different reason to say I had a blue ball. And my mom just absolutely misses her turn because she's just like, "What did my baby boy say on the radio?"
Perish, no. Barry coming in saying, "I did see an open golf last week. They held up play because of a toad on the course. If it hadn't been on TV, I'd probably be anyone got a 3-iron or anyone looking for some frog legs for dinner."
It was so funny. I was driving the other day, and then this bird just was in the middle of the road, and like everyone is like making their way to like go around, but the bird gave two shits about moving. It was great. It just stood there and be like, I don't want to move.
He's like,
you guys can
Bird,
drive around me, all right?
Bird's like, listen, motherfuckers, I've lived a good enough life already. You go around me. We're gonna see who plays this chicken game better.
How are we still talking about birds, by the way?
I don't know. Let's hold on. Wrestling stuff. CBRS Entertainment, our good friend Chris Best. It's kind of like when people saying it got terrible when WWF became WWE. It's all just letters. Who cares? I mean,
Then that's still one of the best taglines. Get the F out. Like, that was pretty good.
That was a clever way of doing it. Bobby, I still hope for a match between Naomi Exo and Becca at MLW Fury Road. They teased it last night on MLW Fusion. I would be 100% on board with that. I think that would be a great addition to the MLW Fury Road lineup. So hopefully something will get announced here shortly, because that's coming up at the end of beginning of September. So the first Sunday in September there, we've got MLW Fury Road coming up, and Becca versus Delmy would be a great matchup. Or if Delmy happens to bring somebody back with her from WXW Germany looking for an opportunity, would be great as well too. Josh saying, when I worked at Walmart as a young man, we used to say celebrities' names over the intercom to go to the front desk. In a small town, I tried that and laughed, and people thought Tom Cruise was in Goshen, Indiana. That's great.
I want to say it's pronounced Goshen. I don't know why.
Goshen. Okay.
I have no idea, but Josh, correct me. How do you pronounce it? Is it Goshen or Goshen? You could be right, but I just don't know why I want to think Goshen. Probably the accent. Probably the accent, though. Like, I couldn't. So I'm listening to the After the Bell yesterday. Goshen. Okay, there's some funny puns I can make for that, but challenge accepted. Also, that sounds like a
legend. Wait for it, Gary.
Yeah. I was so blown away. Like, my wife actually bought milk yesterday, and I'm like, never does that. So I was like, yes, we have dairy in the house again. But yeah, Chris Best says, I used to bug Carl because he bought a WWF shirt, and then they became WWE. I used to tell him to get the F out.
Well said, Chris.
I'm kind of like shocked that WWE didn't go a little bit more on the like, oh my god type of segments. I know when they did those like vignettes with letting everybody know they changed the name, like you'd have like the hedge that looked like a WWF logo, and somebody just took a chainsaw and then just is the logo now, like what they're going with. But I would have loved it if they just used that phrase, get the F out, but made it in more like realistic situations. Like, guy comes home from work, that old thing, like, a long day, all of a sudden he hears noises, and like his wife's in bed with another guy. He opens the door and you just hear this, get the F out. And then the door just slams and you'd be like, WWE, get the F out. Like, like it'd just be really funny to see those stuff.
Oh, yes, because I'm sure that the publicly traded WWE, despite what they were doing in the Attitude Era, was looking to show all sorts of commercials with people cheating on their spouses.
Hey, they might not be impressed by that, but Bobby Bonito was impressed by Jay Bougie's match against Mr. Thomas.
That's right. That's right.
Like that.
Jay Bougie's the man. I'm telling you. We toted him the next big thing here on Busted Out when he was a guest on our show. He said he's on that rise, that same kind of pathway that Alex Kane was on. Now he's there. He's in that group. He's part of the Beaumont Fight Club. I'm telling you, 485 on the PWI top 500 is going to look a lot more impressive next year around for Jay Bougie.
484, moving on up. No.
I'm thinking Jay Bougie's going to shoot up to the 300 marks somewhere, at least.
The 316. Come on.
Yeah, there we go. 360. I like
it. Or maybe.
He did a complete 360 on his career. Look at him now.
Maybe your favorite number, 420.
That would be sweet.
But yeah, not only did we say watch out for Jay Bougie, as no, just so they
Nope,
comment.
sorry. Yeah,
I could see him middleweight champion, yeah, for sure.
yeah.
We also told Alex Cade that we think he was going to submit Hammerstone and become the champion, and look what happened.
That's right.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but
we know what's up.
But that horn is tooting right now.
That's right. We know what's up. That's it. We might have fun here, but we know some stuff sometimes.
I mean,
or at least we shoot for the stars and hope that it just turns out right. So.
We got poop on speed dial because we're calling this shit, people. We're calling this shit. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Mark Norman's a very funny comedian, and he's a Saints fan, so who dat? Yeah. I think it's that time.
I think it's that time.
Probably let everybody know kind of what you have coming up, as I will start looking at a raid.
Sounds good. Yeah. So again, what have I got coming up? Got, of course, Thursday nights with Papa Smokes. That is where you will find Ring Respect Radio. We are going to be talking some MLW, probably talking some Prairie Pro Wrestling as we're heading up into the Prairie Pro Wrestling side of things here coming up on Saturday, August the 19th. Speaking of Prairie Pro Wrestling, we just released another matchup here just this past Saturday. So go check that out at Prairie Pro Wrestling's YouTube channel. That was the Prairie Pro Wrestling debut of Jared Rogers taking on Bucky McGraw. Great matchup. Check that out as well, too. And give us a sub over there. That would be fantastic. Yeah, like I said, Thursday nights, Ring Respect Radio, Sunday Busted Out. And this week as well, too, I'm probably, I'm going to try to do it Tuesday night once I get home to record and have that released. But of course, as you've seen, I do the Bravado where I do reviews of movies, television, music, stuff like that. I've got tickets Tuesday night to the to debut showing of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. So that review is going to be coming up for you guys this week. I am going to keep it spoiler free, so you can check out my review prior to seeing the film itself. Not going to give too much away. Just got to let you guys know my initial thoughts and what I felt about the movie itself. So looking forward to that. But how about yourself, Perish? What do you got going on? And who are we rating today?
I'm gonna rate out to Corey MLB. I mean, made some nice little bird puns based on the MLB. He has in his name. He's playing a little bit of NHL though. 23 right now. So make sure you're going over there. You show some love, show some support. Let him know who sent you. And that is our local establishment. That is Bobby Munson. That is Chris Perish, the Brunch Busters, right there. That raid is happening right now. But the people on YouTube staying with us, we appreciate you. You can follow me on all the good little social medias. I'm on the X, people. I'm on X. I have an addiction because I'm on X, but I'm on it as Chris Perish. And then I'm also on the Instagram at Christoph Perish. I'm on the threads. Got to put that in there too. She said Christoph Perish as well. You can follow me on Kick because I have it. I don't use it, but I'm on it. So if you want to just give me like a nice little, fine, I'll support you. That'd be highly appreciated. And but yeah, in terms of content, you can see me tomorrow with the Monday Night Watch Along gang with OMB, Chris Best, Carl Carafel, and then again next week, 51st edition. We'll call it Busting Out 51 instead of Area 51 or Busting 51. Yeah, I know. We'll think of that. We'll brainstorm. But yeah,
we'll be thinking.
That's what. We're gonna use this.
We're gonna use all the power of my brain.
We're in trouble. But people, you don't have to be trouble because at the end of the show, you just busted. You're ready to rock.